Hi family, just a quick check-in here with you guys as we have so much going on right now in the planetary ascension timelines. There are a ton of shifts, a ton of acceleration into the timelines of change and upgrades across the board. And I have a whole lot of announcements for you guys. So I'm going to try and keep this brief today, but I do want to speak directly to my starseeds and grid workers that are holding down the 144, that are holding down the light matrices in the United States, in Great Britain, and in Canada. And first things first, to my brothers and sisters in the United Kingdom, I have to rant and just kind of complain and let this out right now because I have had enough of two-tier Commie Kier. He is showing signs of being brain implanted and chipped and digitized, running the globalist programs and propaganda straight from the one world religion, global takeover reptilian playbook. And I am saying this because y'all need to double up with your shields and layers of self-security and assurance, because for wherever you are on those sacred Arthurian lands in the UK, I want to tell you, heart to heart, empathy to empathy, this guy does not have the British people's best interest in mind or at heart, not even a flicker of it, okay? All he is focused on right now is pushing the next wave of asylum seekers into your country, no matter what, and silencing any single person who speaks against the diabolical threats to the Grail, and vouching entirely for a dominating Islamic population. That is his top priority. He made that very clear on his most recent speech that is going around on the X platform right now, where he let everyone know that he is solely worried about only the women in hijabs that are facing tough situations, fearing Islamophobia as it rises in the UK. Yet he doesn't want to face why that Islamophobia is rising. He doesn't want to look at and come clean about the national inquiry of the rape grooming gangs that essentially shattered an entire generation of white British girls' future. He personally denied this. And what about those no-go zones in the cities where people can't even walk freely or live their lives or even pray and practice their own personal spirituality, because hundreds of self-flagellating Muslims are demonstrating rituals of religious dominance and superiority all over the streets? He is ignoring this. He is ignoring the safety of the people there. He is personally the issuer of the cultural erasure. And this boy needs to get checked, and he needs to get voted out of office. Okay, he lied when he came to the United States in the Oval Office, claiming that Brits have freedom of speech when clearly we know and we can see and we can feel and we can hear that they don't. So my advice to the UK starseeds is you guys need to get out to those Stargate zones. You need to start initiating those emancipation and sovereignty clearings all around the sacred sites, from the points of St. Ives Bay up to Stonehenge to London, and run those codes clear and through all the way to the Isle of Man. Access those energetic passageways of the Albion ley line and run the emancipation clearings, run the sovereignty clearings. If you need clearings to run, you can find those on my Facebook page. I have written them all up for you guys. You can literally copy and paste it, print it out, take it with you. I don't care, but use those clearings, head to the vortices, recite them together in groups of 6 to 12 starseeds and grid workers for the most powerful clearing work that you can do. And you need to do this because your leaders are running AI programs and they are hypnotized by globalist reptilian spells, and it is time to break the curses. Now, I have to speak to my American starseeds, those anchoring it here down on these grids. We carry the torch of light. Now is the time to join the grid work mission with us in South Carolina. We will be working to restore the heart of American history. And this is very important at this time. Starting at the Fort Sumter clearing the original shots fired of the Civil War. We're going to be resetting everything back to the pre-war state and sustaining those freedom and liberation codes through the dove light, through the lattices of light, through the freedom codes, through the sovereignty codes, through the emancipation codes and cycles that are being initiated right now. And we will extend that assistance globally to our whole Gridworker family. So if you haven't seen my most recent and latest live that I did with Noko, where we talked about everything, we mapped out every single integraful spot in Charleston that we're going to go in South Carolina that is crucial for that renewal, specifically and especially the fault lines, the ley lines, and all of the geological upheaval sites that have occurred in North and South Carolina. As you know, they want those rare earth minerals, okay? So one key spot that is so important for us to work is Provost Dungeon, where the Constitution was written and ratified. We need to clear the hauntings, the spells, the contention, and the dark forces that are attacking the American Constitution. And trust me, there is plenty of that all over the world. So we will be going in to clear this out. And we need to take our strongest Gridwork team with us to heal, clear, shield, and activate. Join us at learn.indigoangel222.com. Let me know you are all in on this mission with us. And if you are a member on my Patreon, patreon.com/IndigoAngel, I do have a special discount right now for all of my members that want to join us in South Carolina. Now is the time. So let me get to my true message, okay? That I've been trying to get to, that I feel like is so important. I want to tell you, don't let fear hold you back right now at this time. I see so many people right now stacking up negative thoughts, stacking up what ifs, stacking up excuses of why they can't go after chasing the things that they believe in, what motivates them. Okay, they're letting these negative thoughts stop them. Sure, weigh out the pros and cons. If something feels like it's an immediate threat or feels too dangerous for you, act protectively and act accordingly. But don't let this negative force take over before you see the positive, before you see the higher timeline, before you see the outcome of what we are trying to achieve, okay? Look at the higher timelines and skip the complaints, skip the skepticism, and skip the fear. Focus on the good. Focus on what you can do by getting active, especially in these Gridwork missions. This is our chance and our opportunity to express ourselves through our spiritual sovereignty. This is what the globalists want. They want you at home. They want you complacent. They want you unwilling to lift a finger. Okay, well, I say that we can't do this anymore. It is time, soul family, to work together to spiritually and energetically, emotionally, and according to the collective mind wave fields, make remarkable changes to the globe on behalf of those new earth timelines, stepping into your guardianship role. This is going to be April 11th through the 13th. So come and be a part of something extraordinary for planetary guardian restoration. And I promise you will have the best experience ever. Now, finally, to my Canadian brothers and sisters, you want to join me live tonight on my channel, okay? 7 p.m. CST. We are going to have an amazing roundtable tonight. We have 3 amazing divine feminine Canadian sisters and channels who are going to be discussing the real issues of what's going on up in Canada right now, because so much is happening right now. Trudeau stepped down. Mark Carney has stepped in without Canadians even getting a say in any of this. Where is their voice? A guy who hasn't even lived in Canada for the last 10 years is coming in and taking over. And that Kier guy, he doesn't even have a backbone strong enough to bring in the real change either. And Canadians right now, they are feeling stuck. They are feeling frustrated, okay? And I don't blame them. Plus, China just upped tariffs on Canada by 100%, and no one's even batting an eye at that, but yet they're ready to go to war with the United States, the ones who are trying to help the Canadians. Is this hypocritical or just ironic or what? Regardless, the Canadians' voices are suffocating. So we want to put some words to this. A lot of Canadians are starting to think that the Trump option doesn't sound so bad. Some of the provinces wanting to actually maybe even depart from Canada and make a deal with the US. They need to do something. The globalists are strangulating freedom of speech in Canada. All of this, you guys, is tied to the crown. It's tied to the monarchy. It's tied to two-tier Kier. It's tied to King Charles and what we need to clear in Charleston, South Carolina. All of this running through the grids up and through Canada right now. And so come and join this conversation with us tonight. Come and support this live, this roundtable. 3 of our divine feminine Canadian sisters are here to speak and tell their story, say how they feel. They are here to emancipate the great white north, and we need to support them on this quest to birthing the new earth. Canada is the land of the new golden forests that are expected to emerge in the new earth timeline above the 44th parallel. They will expand that swan light, the liberation light. So we're going to have a gridwork mission for this. It's going to be March 30th, 2025. Links will be down in the description of my YouTube video live, so you can come and join us. If you're not on my Patreon, you can already access it. But I hope that you guys will be there for the live tonight at 7 p.m. CST on my channel. All right, guys, I love you so much. Gridwork team, I'll see you there. Namaste, I love you, and peace.